So how much did everything cost? So do I wish I had gone bigger or smaller? If you're offered a free boob job, don't do it. Did I lose any sensation? Would I do it again? Hi, you guys. I'm so happy that you're here. If you haven't noticed by the title, today I'm filming my 1-year post-op boob job video. I can't believe that it's already been a year. I feel like I was filming recovery updates like it was yesterday, and I blinked and now it's already June. So let's get into it. I do have my phone because I did do a Q&A, and here are some of the most popular questions that I got. And we're just gonna start off with the first question. Do I regret it? And the honest answer is no. I do not regret it. Are you kidding me? I am extremely happy with the size that I chose. I feel like it is very proportionate to my body. I still feel like the camera's too high. I'm gonna lower it a little bit more. Okay, I won't touch the camera again, but I do feel like this is like the perfect height. Okay, anyways, do I regret the sizing? Absolutely not. I think I went the perfect amount because I don't want to sound like a judgmental asshole, but I don't get why people get boob jobs. I understand if they're like very, very thin, they were completely flat, didn't even need to wear a bra, and then they get like 150cc. I'm like, if I'm paying 10 grand for a boob job, I want it to look like I got a boob job. Like, obviously I don't want to have porn star boobs, but I'm very happy with the size that I went. And just to do a little bit of a recap of exactly what I got, I did 425cc in one and 450 in the other. It is pretty typical for one breast to be bigger or smaller than the other. So we did two different sizes just to kind of even them out a little bit. I don't have kids, so I did not need a lift, but I got high profile 425 and 450cc, and I did the internal bra, and I have the Motiva implants, and I love them so much. And I went over the muscle, and we inserted the implants through like under the boob, because I know there's a few different ways. Like, I've heard people going through the armpit. No tea, no shade. I would never want to go through the armpit, and I would never want to go through the nipple either, because like, obviously if you go under, you still maintain sensation. And that is another common question that I get. Did I lose any sensation? No. It's literally been a 10 out of 10 experience. I would say I was pretty out for the count like the first week of recovery, like post-op, but after like that second week, for the most part, I feel like I was pretty much back to normal. The only thing is you cannot lift your arms like they say to have T-Rex arms the entire time. Just to tell you guys a horror story that I heard, this girl, she was like, oh, I'm gonna go on a walk, like on a little trail walk, like completely flat. She slipped on a rock. This was like 2 weeks after she got her boobs done. And you're not supposed to work out for like 6 to 12 weeks after. It depends on what your doctor says. Each doctor's different. My doctor told me 6 to 8 weeks, and I definitely waited until then to even think about doing anything. I did start walking on a treadmill just because there's zero room for error, really. Like, you're not going to be slipping on uneven terrain or anything like that. But I didn't start walking until like week 4 or 5, when I started to go a little bit stir crazy and I felt like I needed to, get some movement in. But this girl slipped on some pebbles, and her first instinct was to like shoot her arm up to like try to catch herself, and she tore all her stitches. So let that be a lesson to you, that if you are thinking about going on a hike 2 weeks post boob job surgery, don't. Okay? Because you'll be in trouble. You'll be in big, big trouble. All right. Next question. Do I wish I had gone bigger or smaller? Like I said, I think I got the perfect size for me. 425 and 450. I feel like they're still like extremely full, but they don't look way too big or way too small. And I have a more curvy athletic build, and so I did want something that was going to be a little bit bigger. Like, one of my best friends, I think she did 350cc, and we have the exact same frame, and she wishes that she would have gotten bigger. And for reference, I'm 5'7", 5'8", and I'm about 140, 145 pounds is typically what I fluctuate in between. And yeah, I'm really happy because the morning of my surgery, I did tell my doctor, I was like, I do not go lower than 400cc. and he didn't. So shout out Dr. Robinson. Maybe this is also important to know where I got them done and who did them. I got my boobs done at the plastics clinic in Draper, Utah, and I had Dr. Robinson do them, and 10 out of 10 experience. I'm obsessed with him. He listened to me. He did exactly what I wanted. We had a really good rapport, and I recommend him to everyone. I think he's awesome. He's very respectful. I never felt rushed or like pressured into like a specific size or anything. And he's very knowledgeable. Like, he just knows what he's doing, and his attention to detail is 10 out of 10. Incredible. Next question. Would I do it again? Yes. One word answer. Yes. What would you do differently? Nothing. Honestly, if I had kids and was breastfeeding, I definitely probably would have gotten a lift. But since we don't have kids yet, we really didn't need to do any of the extra stuff. I am really glad I did the internal bra because I almost didn't. Not to toot my own horn, but everything I did played out very handsomely for me. Did they end up bigger or smaller than you expected? Okay, see, this is a really interesting question because when it comes to trying on the implant sizes when you are in like your consultation meetings, you obviously are sitting the implants on top of your current boobs, so they seem way bigger than what they are actually going to be because they're going to be under your skin. And I remember the first time I tried on the 450cc, I was like, nope, this is way too big. I was like, nope, I think I'm going to stick to 400 just to go the safer route. And my friend who is actually a nurse at the plastics clinic, she was like, dude, remember, you're sitting them on top. When they go in, they're going to be under your skin, and they will be smaller when they're under your skin. And I was like, okay, you're right. Like, I was still kind of leaning more towards the 400, but also the difference in the 25cc, because at the plastics clinic at the time when I went, you could do it like went in cc's of 25. So like 400cc, 425cc, 450. And I completely just lost my train of thought. Oh, sorry. Okay. We are so back. With the 25cc, the difference is literally a NyQuil cup. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I should do 425 or 450, just do 450. You're literally not going to be able to tell a difference. I promise you. And boob greed is real. But these girls, very similar build to me, had some boobs, and they're like, yeah, I did 250cc, 300cc, and I can't even tell a difference. And I'm like, yeah, girl, it's because boob greed is real. You should have gone a little bit bigger. But that is neither here nor there. I just realized my camera is totally crooked. Okay, this video is all over the place. We're just gonna do a couple more. Do people notice that you have implants? Majority of people, because all my friends and people like somewhat within my circle know that I do have my boobs done, but I have had a lot of people ask me if these are my real boobs. So do with that what you will. I think they look extremely natural. When I'm in like a bikini, it looks like I have a boob job, but I feel like for the most part when I'm wearing just a regular top, like they look pretty natural, at least in my opinion. I don't know. If you know me in real life, let me know if I'm completely wrong. Someone asked, do clothes fit differently now? Not really, honestly. The biggest thing I've noticed is I have way more definition on the top part of my cleavage. Like, my boobs were honestly just kind of flat. Like, I had boobs, but they didn't have any sort of shape about them. And so that's why I also opted for the Motiva round implants. I think that's what they're called, where if you set them down like a regular implant, the top part of the implant would like sag down, whereas the round one, it would still maintain the perfect circle. And I'm really glad I went with that decision because it still gives me like a good amount of shape up top. Well, I guess we'll do a couple more. So how much did everything cost? So my boob job ended up costing about, I think it was 12,000 or like 11,500, but that included all my pre-op visits, all my post-op visits, all the anesthesia, all the medications that I would have to take after, and all my post-op appointments up to a year, because you have like a 24-hour post-op, a week post-op, 2 weeks post-op, a month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and yeah, all of that was covered. So I feel like it was very worth the price. I feel like that's pretty standard in Utah. I feel like the prices of boob jobs have gone up a ton. And if you're not paying for that, you're getting them for free because you're an influencer. And I'm sorry, but everyone I've seen that has gotten a free boob job, I'm like, yeah, I can tell it looks like it. You get what you pay for. Sorry. I would never feel comfortable with someone doing my boobs for free. Like, I'd rather give them my money and make sure that they are paying close attention to detail and not just like using me for content. I don't know. Let me know if that's rude to say, but if you're offered a free boob job, don't do it. Have I lost any feelings or sensations? I know I touched on that earlier. No, I have not. Everything has been a 10 out of 10. Did I need any revisions? No, I did not. Shout out Dr. Robinson. He did me right. How long will they last? Okay, this is a great question. Oh, what did Hans think? Okay, so how long will they last? Literally forever, basically. So I'm obviously probably going to get them touched up after we're done having kids. But the newer implants that you get compared to the old implants, you would have to go in like every 10 years to get them taken out and redone. These are good for, I think he said up to like 25 years. So I could keep these in kind of indefinitely if I wanted to, which I'm not opposed to, especially once we see how pregnancy, having kids, if I'm able to breastfeed and all of those variables, we'll decide if I need to go back in and if I'm going to need a lift or if I'm going to want to go bigger or smaller. Like, it really also just does depend on what I'm feeling at that time in my life. I'll be 50 in 20 years. And so, yeah, I don't know. It just kind of depends on what I'm feeling, what our life looks like at that time, what the trends are. And yeah, I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And what did Hans think? Hans loves them, obviously. Yeah, I feel like they've just helped me feel more confident. I like the way I look in clothes more, and he's been really supportive. Like, this was obviously my idea, and then I told him that I wanted to get my boobs done for my 30th birthday, and we ended up doing that. And it's really just been a great experience. So if you're thinking about getting a boob job, do your research. Find some doctors that you like and see how much they charge, see if they do payment plans, things like that. You don't want to put yourself in like a financially burdensome situation just to get plastic surgery. And I'm not telling you that you need plastic surgery. I think everyone is beautiful the way that they are, and it's a very personal decision. So if you decide to do it, good for you. And yeah, I've healed up great. The experience has been 10 out of 10. And I'll see you guys in 20, 25 years if I decide that I want to get them redone again. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. And if you're here, I recently started a membership page on my YouTube. You can be a VIP bestie. So there's a $1.99 tier and then a $4.99 tier where you'll just get more exclusive content and we'll get to hang out a little bit more. You'll get to see exclusive shorts and videos that my regular subscribers won't see. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, watching this video. Let me know if I missed anything. I will do my best to respond to all the comments down below. And make sure you follow me on Instagram so that we can be BFFs. And if you feel like joining one of my membership channels, I would love to have you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.